Alright, I do believe we are all set to go, so I'll give myself the audio check, and then we'll get started this evening. Yeah, let's see what we got tonight. Alright, I can hear myself, that's awesome. So, this is something that we haven't done in a long time as far as this particular game is concerned. Starting the stream by chilling out here in Shbalya Tai with a happy hour cocktail when within the game it's dawn and it's overcast. The sun is trying to break through the clouds tonight, but all you can see is a bunch of fog. Nonetheless, it is the evening of the moment that probably we've all been dreading the most when it comes to this patch. The new 24-player Alliance raid has arrived to conclude the crossover with Final Fantasy XI. And we also got word today that, speaking of that, the Maiden's Rhapsody Final Fantasy XIV crossover, which has been in this game a few times previously, is coming back again, much to the chagrin of everyone who's already done it. Because we all wanted to see the original Final Fantasy XI crossover that Final Fantasy XIV did when the game's most iconic character actually was the feature. But we will see that character tonight, but not in the way we want to see that character. Nonetheless, we are ready to get started to head on off on our way to meet up with the people who have been teaming up with us on our journey for this special crossover with Final Fantasy XI. So, now that we've got the happy hour cocktail taken care of, it's time to get the day started here in Tuliolal, because the new 24-player raid to conclude Dawntrail is about to begin. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world. Matthias Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail live. So, let's go ahead and proceed to get to it this evening. So, with Cocktail in tow and taken down, let's head on over to where the Final Fantasy XI crossover continues. And that is at Bright Plume Posts in the northeast corner of the city. And we can see the people gathering, well, some of them are. But we have representation from the Landsguard here in Tuliolol, and they've been keeping us apprised of the details of everything that's going on with Prishi, Oxal, and also with Bakul Jaja. As we try and get this crazy situation with the seer who was betrayed by Zaralja, known as Sarilja, who's been trying to get a revived Galul Jaja to resume the taking over Tuliolol. So it's been insanity as far as this expansion's raid has been concerned, but tonight it's coming to a head and we're going to see how it all unfolds. So I will make a disclaimer that I have, even though I have completed the raid already earlier this week with Rika, I do not know what's going to happen after the raid is done. I really haven't had the time or opportunity to continue past that point, so if you're seeing it for the first time, so am I. So, now that we've gotten that all out of the way, let's go ahead and speak with Landsguard Messenger to take on the next quest for the Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail Crossover Alliance raid entitled The Hollow Promise. The Landsguard looks relieved to see you. Welcome back, Matthias. You'll be happy to know the guard remains on high alert in the event any echoes appear in Yaktel. As of now, there have been no reported sightings. We did, however, recently receive a missive from Kikwazana. He's finished conducting his tests with Prishi and requested audience. Bakul Jaja has already left to meet with him. I can only assume you should be present to hear the results, so I would suggest you make for the outskirts at once. Yeah, the last time we were with Prishi and Oxal and Bakul Jaja, they were actually all in Yasulani territory. So we are going to rendezvous with them there. So, in the driving rain, let's go ahead and reunite with the crew. Well, there's everyone along with Kikwazana. Hello there. Thank you all for coming. So, what have you learned? After a thorough examination of Prishi and Oxal, we discovered that, Oh, don't tell us you're gonna leave us hanging. I'm out here soaking wet, and so is she. Split this house already! You made your point that we're not really living. How bad could it be? Yes, as you say, you are indeed artificial life forms, each possessed of an electro core. Were said cores to be damaged, it will become increasingly difficult to maintain your form until eventually you dissipate. This much you already know. And what is the present state of said cores? While Oxal's core shows signs of wear, there is no significant damage. I don't expect it will break apart anytime soon. But as for Prishi's core on the other hand is, well, to be blunt, it's a wonder you haven't already blinked out of existence. We used all the electro tricks we had to mend the worst of the cracks. But it has been mended, yes? Yeah, that face is not a good sign. Her core should hold itself together so long as she remains out of harm's way. Another strong shock to the body is all it would take for it to fall to pieces. In other words, not good. Oh, it'll be fine, I won't overdo it. Wouldn't want to miss all the adventuring we still have left to do, right? I couldn't imagine going on without you. We are comrades born of memories of the same home after all, even if those I can recall are few and far between.
Ah, that's right. You're always so quick to share what you do recall. It's easy to overlook how much you've forgotten.
Oh, Link Brawl. Yes, but cool Jar Jar's right here. What's with that face? What is it? There's been an attack in Mamuk. Strange creatures the Landsguard are unable to identify. An attack? Echoes in all likelihood. Their sentries there will need reinforcements. Let's hurry. Yes, we must go. It's a long way to travel, though. It is a very, very long way to travel. But let's focus on getting to Mamuk right away. And since we know combat will be a necessity, let's go deal with this. And thankfully not raining here in Yaktel. So we head to the edge of the city, we'll meet with the sentry. And so as we arrive on scene. Bakul Jar Jar! And you've brought the others with you! Indeed. Yeah, it looks like your crew is not doing so well. You've all done well to hold the line. So what happened here? Because it looks like some of them didn't make it. But they're not who we thought they were. Yeah, why are there Ananta from Stormblood here? So yeah, these have to be echoes, right? Because they are a long way away from home. Well, I've certainly never seen or heard of such creatures in Tural before. Yeah, away they go. Their electro dissipates. And Xal holding his head again. I remember these fiends. In Vanadial we call them Lamie. Their cunning is matched only by their ferocity. Very different name, but thankfully not cunning or ferocious enough to overcome our Landsguard. The situation is a little more complicated than that, I'm afraid. Allow me to explain. So here they came. We were standing guard when an army of these snake creatures appeared as if out of nowhere, surrounding us in an instant. Their numbers were beyond count. Had they pressed their attack any further, they could have easily overpowered us and besieged Mamuk. And so, just as all hope seemed lost, a strange mage arrived, barely a child, judging by her size, and felled the army with a single spell. Wow. Then she vanished before we could do so much as ask her name or offer thanks. You know, what's that all about? If I didn't know better, I'd say they were describing Krell, but are her magics that destructive? Well, depends on who you ask. We've also received this letter from the enemy's remains. A letter? Yeah, who could it be addressed to? Dearest Champion, our greatest from Cyrilja, it is with great pleasure that I inform you a vessel for the king has at last been chosen. To that end, I have sent forth this celebratory military procession. I hope that it proves to your liking. You are hereby invited to return to Juneau for the coming coronation ceremony. Yeah, you're still running the show, I see. Invited. As if he wasn't planning to release more echoes should we refuse. There are long continued skirmishes to the south as we speak, but I fear it's simply a battle of attrition. So what do we do? While I love to be the one that gives Sevilja a sound thrashing, my place is with the Landsguard. You seem to have a knack for passing on information. Your job will be to outline the current situation to the soldiers when they return. Seems like we agree on this.
Right then, let's go and kick Seviljah's scaly ass.
Don't forget what Kikwazana said. Yeah, if it looks like things are taking a turn for the worse, get out of there. Yeah, she'll make sure, right? So let's be on our way. Time to go back to the transports area. Yeah, for those of you who are joining us this evening, it's good to have you with us. Sorry for the issues that we had on Tuesday with YouTube, because I tried to go on air, but for whatever reason, the stream just would not show up on YouTube, so I had to switch to Twitch. Thankfully, we got the problem resolved. Also, I forgot to hit record on OBS. But in any event, we are gonna head into Juno now. Of course, we know that entrance is for going to the first of the raids. This one, however, let's speak with Prishi. Yeah, this one just appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm sucking on a cough drop and it's still not helping.
Look, another one of those portals. Maybe he decided to cut to the chase and get straight to the fighting.
Perhaps, but Svil just struck me as the sort who enjoyed hearing himself talk. Yeah, because now we have these 3 spots, and now we have you 2 coming back. Yeah, Svilja and the fake Dawn servant. So someone did force their way in. I assumed you lot had simply grown impatient. Thieves, then? No, such a feat is beyond the petty bandits wandering Yachtel. Yeah, what's going on? I suppose it doesn't matter in the end. Whoever they are, their fate was sealed the moment they set foot within my domain.
Enough with all the prattling. You're clearly no match for Matthias, so why not just turn yourself into the Landsguard?
Did you not read my letter? I have found a vessel worthy of our one-shoe king. He who first incited conflict in the lands of Vanadiel. This adventurer has no chance against such a primordial being. It's like, really? Yeah, is it someone you recognize? Very good, Sevilja. Finally we will have the power we need to rule. Rule Vanadiel, yes. But we have need of subjects in this world? Or should we simply slaughter them all? Creepy. Put your veil back on. And as for you, Oxel, so long as we draw breath, you will not bring harm to this world or any other. I thought he might say as much. I expect nothing less from a man who's what? But perhaps that's better left unsaid. That was the close part I didn't need. What are you hiding? Have you learned of who I am? Yeah, is he actually a foe? As for you, Mathia, never fear. When my echoes have finished with these appetizers, I have no doubt that they will take their time on their main dish. So let us not waste any more time. To commemorate this auspicious occasion and the coming of our king, a veritable feast of powerful foes awaits. I should hope you'll survive long enough to grovel at the feet of our new ruler. And away they go.
That bastard didn't even acknowledge I was here. Next time I see him, I'll make sure that he never gets this face or my fists.
You'll do no such thing, or have you already forgotten Kikwazona's warning? Leave this fight to us, please. Yeah, she's so torn. Like, she wants to fight so badly.
Fine, but don't you go and do anything reckless, you hear me?
Can't promise you anything, but we'll do what we can. And so the gauntlet is thrown down. Windurst, the third walk, is now accessible. And so, let's go ahead and prepare ourselves for the journey ahead. So, we've been to Juneau, we've been to Sandoya, now it's time to go to Windurst. Yet another missive from Surrealjaw finds its way into your hands bearing grim tidings. There's to be a coronation for his new king, meaning this may be your last opportunity to thwart his schemes. With Prishi gravely injured, and Bakul Jaja assisting the Landsguard, it falls to you and Alxal to brave the unknown once more. What new dangers await, and what will become of your Echo companions should you prove victorious? And to be here, a minimum item level of 755 is required. And so, the final journey awaits. Let's go make our way to Windurst. Alright, so before we go... Oh, okay. I recognize that helmet. Yeah, it's one of the creepy ones from the previous expansion that makes it look like your head's on fire. And just in case you're wondering, there are going to be songs as well. I don't think the list is currently available yet. And I don't think we'll find out before we get this go. It says seasonal. Well, Juneau Starlight Celebration. Oh, that's interesting. So Starlight Celebration also exists in Final Fantasy XI. Who knew? Just need a healer to complete our roster. Alright, let's go. As we set out to what appears to be a marsh. And we have ancient buildings and this giant tree for Windurst, the third walk, the final leg of the Final Fantasy XI 24-player crossover race. And starting us out is Final Fantasy XI's most famous character, Shatoto. And here's everyone who's taking her on. Among others.
What echoes has Sir Eldred conjured this time?
I don't have enough caramel popcorn. We're gonna have to go with the Mokeka.
The great star tree. This must be Windurst Walls.
Yeah, I was about to say our DPS roster is very overpowered, except for that black mage, which is very much on the low end.
What's this? More vermin come to play? I'll put you down without delay.
I'd expect nothing
The
less.
renowned wizard and demon of the Federation. How has he conjured such a terrible echo?
really want to find out? It looks like there'll be enough of the fireworks to go around. Let's see what we can do here.
You've no recourse but to cower before my true power!
Yeah, one thing that she can do is summon walls of stone that can close in.
Refuse to obey, and I'll make you pay.
Luckily, we are in a correct position to avoid this. But these patterns will change. Something I'll also really need to do is follow the party
You'll learn there's nothing I
as best
can't
I
do.
can. Yeah, here she says a whole bunch of ley lines. And in doing, she'll also make a trail, which we have to follow the entire way, or else we're gonna get completely burned out.
I fear we'll not survive this without powerful healing magics.
It's gonna be something we really need to follow, and then, yeah, localize Blizzard, and then trying to take this away from as many people as I possibly can. You really have to be
For my
moving
next
fast
feat,
there.
let's turn up the heat.
Got him, bitch.
Let's find out. Well, how about a bunch of meteors? Including a shockwave AoE.
I'm no saint,
Oh!
so don't expect
Wow, how did I
restraint.
dodge that? Right now, how am I dodging anything? Oh, that is a lot of stuff that's way too close.
My patience is through, and now so are you. Very well.
But you certainly are lacking for your rhyming. But be careful because this is a Titan fight! I am deservedly laughed at. Because I could not see where I was. So, an appropriate laugh comes from Shakoto.
Damn it. Is everyone all right?
Can't tell. But I can't see
No
her.
matter where you run, I'll still have my fun.
Now, we're gonna do this again, but this time there's a little out of twist. You sense a powerful gale approaches, you gotta run for cover so that you don't get yourself blown off the platform.
Surrender.
And then-
Allow, if you but give up now.
Yeah, we should be safe right here. And we are. She's facing that way, she is. Got all this throng of humanity and all their abilities and attacks, it is easy to lose their way. Alright, so she's doing this move again. Once again, we're gonna have to shadow her every step of the way. Get ready to go. Critical knee. I have to admit, I lost track where she went next. And just run from the blizzard. Ooh. Yeah, don't move too close.
Too slow, I fear. You never stood a chance, my dear.
Let's get through all this. And given that she's the first boss, she's really easy in comparison to what we're going to be seeing next.
Route.
Hard to keep track. Yeah, see, tank cluster AoE. Alright, I'm confident enough to pull the trigger. Go. You're in here somewhere, Shatoto. Gotta run. Thankfully, when we get pushed, the next move is an easy decision.
Comrade is down. We mustn't give up. Quickly, someone revive them.
Well, it'll happen after the fact because you've been beaten. Although you seem to have really enjoyed yourself there, Shatoto.
She was a doll.
A doll?
You've proven a match for my magic doll.
Yep, there it is.
Perhaps you have merit after all.
Yeah, there's what's left of the doll, so there you go.
Biotana.
Oh, yeah, we cut off his voice. Also, hey Bubba, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us.
The enemy has breached the boundary defense line. They march for the Imperial capital.
I'm good to roll for
Has been
whatever
besieged.
here.
Make ready. The enemy
My
will soon be
Dragoon's already
upon us.
maxed out as best as he can under current circumstances. Alright, let's throw ourselves into battle. Apparently, yeah, the tanks must have missed you because I have your undivided attention. Thankfully, we fixed that.
Reinforcements.
Look out. Stand ground. And now more Lamias. Here come the blows. Once all this blinding light.
Now the fight begins in earnest.
Yeah, because in comes this thing. Well, we also have to watch out for this pinch. And then that. A massive tank buster. One more, guys. There we go. Shot them down.
Well, look at all these adorable two-legs.
Yep, there's more.
Dance with me, mortals.
Their leader has finally shown themselves.
And calling itself Medusa. Honestly, I am not surprised. Thankfully, we got away from the danger. Keep on going. There's some side effects. I mean, look at all this. Look at it. Alright, hang on back. Yeah, we damaged this thing so hard we can never break it. It's down. Onward we go. I appreciate the fanfare too. Someone's really excited.
Where is Sorelja hiding?
We're about to find out. Because next up,
Are these not the undersea ruins of Al-Zadar?
and it's a familiar face. Big Bad Alexander.
the light divinity.
Alexander, the meek shall be rewarded, the defiant shall be judged.
Well, let's try and take you down before that happens.
Alexander, so we meet again.
Oh, you know each other?
My sin shall be cleansed by righteous fire.
Oh, it's gonna be hard to keep track of what's going on. Thankfully, I can see the arrows pointing to the right. Oh, and I did get a piece of treasure. Well, now we need to be running. Yeah, this mechanic right here with the running rotation is really tough to deal with. Yeah, it's the worst mechanic he's
Only
got.
such an echo can match the resilience of Alexander.
Oh, that's what we're here to find out. By dodging over here. And then dodging over here. Yeah, because he had meters that he was powering up.
Also thy worship, I shall burn away thy transgressions.
Now we gotta worry about running on these stars. And let those go away first. Ah, still got hit.
My divine flames shall melt thy flesh, sear thy bones, unshackle thy soul.
Try and dodge the danger.
My radiance shall
I'm
guide
stack
thee.
neck. I'm shocked that I was not damaged there, but I'll take it. We gotta be ready for what's going up next. We're about to do Wind and Rain.
Immutable, indestructible, impervious, immortal.
And now we gotta beat the Enraged by attacking these things.
I'd
Gotta get all
expect
four of them
nothing less
down
of
before
such
you
a
can
day.
just pieces in rage. Problem is, from time to time, he'll put defenses up on his things. And you can't attack them until the shields go down, which really put you in a bad spot. That makes it worse. This is the last one. There we go.
For immortality, sense thy transience, know thy insignificance.
Yeah, and his response is 7 Omegas.
Still standing in the face of his
Yeah,
judgment.
he speaks in
Well
Greek
done.
alphabets, but it's only one letter of it. The 7 Omegas, like, ooh. Alright, where's it spinning around to? Looks like it's coming to the top over here.
A comrade is in trouble. Someone heal
I
him.
do see him doing the spin move right now. Problem is, you gotta dodge all that and somehow
Comrade is
dodge all
down.
this.
Someone revive them.
Yeah, that sequence in particular is very hard. Yeah, he's gonna bring this stuff up again, but he's not gonna be using it for going to do another enrage, thankfully. Yeah, that part is over. Doesn't mean that the danger hasn't gone away yet. Alright, so he does this mech again. Stand over here. I'll follow everyone this way. cage is over there. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was going to be difficult to deal with because of the way everything was pinched. Now, if I can dodge this sequence, I'll be good to let the little break fly. Okay, he's going this way. Okay, he's gonna not go on an angle like he usually does. He's gonna go front to back. Which side? Okay, hit the limit break, hit the limit break. Willing to take one for the team! And I survived the ordeal. Might not survive the bandage cuff though. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was about to say, just as he blows up.
The defenses of Alexander cannot stop us. I say we press on.
Alright, so since I already drew gear successfully, we'll just play for the music.
The Garden of Ruhmet. And that means...
That means what? Yeah, who is this Ruhmet? Now to find this thing. Alright, let's go deal with it. I don't know which way I'm going, I just know that it's turning around. Oh god. Yeah, that's where all this light can really work against you. Better run. I'm gonna die here! Yeah, I had to stop running. I had to stop running or else I was dead by being sandwiched between three other people. But thankfully I recognized what was going on in time. It's in there somewhere. And we're doing a good job of killing it right now. And down it goes.
That's the last of them. There is no foe Sorelja can conjure that I have not already vanquished.
So,
Twilight God? Here? Sorelja, you bastard. You'll pay dearly for this.
Yeah.
We stand
The next
now
boss
before the
is
very father of
Mafia.
creation. Hold nothing back.
And apparently it's Final Fantasy XIV's very own entitlement. Final Fantasy XIV has Highland, Final
What
Fantasy
in the
XI has
world?
Tomafia.
The emptiness threatens to spread.
So let's make sure we can avoid it. But right now my main concern is just following everyone where they are going. And seeing where they go. Because it'll be very easy to get lost.
The reign of twilight is inevitable.
Pushing back. Here we go. Yeah, trick move here. Here, you gotta stay within. Don't run away too far. Load up.
Unto them, my essence.
Oh! But I didn't quite keep track of that one. I was gonna run away. Because we have time for the next enrage. And we are badly imbalanced for this.
The
And you're about to
darkness,
see why.
it's growing. This place is... It's been swallowed by the emptiness. The darkness of man's heart made manifest.
Come on, drop it. Yeah, we're basically on our own. But thankfully, once you beat your foe, whatever one it is, you can then run to help out everyone else. It's not like other raids where if you get stuck with a shortage of people, you're likely gonna fail.
Oh, Altana, I beg your grace once more.
Yeah, here comes the rush of allies. Will we outrun this though?
So long as I hold faith in
We
my
did.
comrades and they in me, darkness shall find no purchase in my heart.
Alright, we've cleared that.
Darkness.
Yeah, come on back, Ugly.
It's taking the darkness into itself.
That's not good.
Our farewell shall be forever.
It's right in my face right now.
What has Sorelja done?
Yeah. It's now Zodiark. We started out with Highland, and now we've got to deal with Zodiark. Thankfully, I'm staying on the right side of things. Yeah, look at all this. I'm reluctant to run because I know what's likely to happen here. And now it's not part of it. Oh no! I'm gonna get inside before I get killed off. Oh, but it wouldn't have mattered. Thankfully, I
Comrade
was
is
taken away.
down. Someone revive them.
Desire. Hunger.
You're in there somewhere!
Mortality.
You got a stack mech. Multiple stack mechs.
Careful, lest the darkness take you.
Backflip, backflip. Backflip out of danger, quickly! Yeah, I have my Star Diver at the ready, but I can't pull the trigger on it because I don't know which way this crap is going. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just let it. I'll just have to let it go.
Descend from the heavens. I beseech thee.
Found a sweet spot, but thankfully I just live. Right now, it seems to be locked into a pattern.
Our fate decided.
Now more of this again. One says run. And quickly. Throw my back into this one.
A comrade is in trouble. Someone heal them.
Desire for the emptiness.
Prepare yourself for insanity. Everyone's running over here now. Well, that's gonna be a bad idea because this is going down. We're gonna run a long way to find true safety. We're almost at limit break range. We're triple.
Desire.
Pull the trigger.
Hunger for the end of mortality.
Zodiark, meet my Dragoon.
A truly mighty blow. The adventurers of your world are extraordinary indeed.
Backflip, backflip.
Unto them, my essence.
What? These guys are running very far away. Oh, but yeah, I'm just gonna be content with taking the hit, but it didn't matter if we won the fight. Like, I'm content to just take the blow, but we got the win. And now, yeah, out of nowhere. Come on, get up, Mathia. We beat Pro-Mathia, but now, yeah, Shinryu makes an appearance in Final Fantasy XIV's crossover raid, and so does Prishi, for some inexplicable reason. Sir, young lady, why are you here?
You can worry about how I caught up to you later. We've got a dragon to slay.
Yeah, and no, I'm not ready. I'm showing off cutscene.
Come on, we'll be fine. Aren't we always?
Determined as ever.
Yes. Yes, I finally remember. Who I was. Who I am.
Yeah, 7 people are doing this for the first time.
With Sorelja and his schemes. Our journey's end awaits. And with luck, a new beginning.
Indeed. Alright, let me save these elves. And they'll do their part. Yeah, welcome back to the final boss of Stormblood. As the 7 first-timers all get their opportunity to roll. Let's go. Now we're ready. So this is what Shinryu looks like in 11.
Shinryu. The divine dragon that rules Vanadil's twin.
There's a twin. Yeah, here we go. Something else you also see that's unique. Yeah, this fight has 2 floors.
World Destroyer wouldn't be an exaggeration for this one. Well, that's just one.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you wanted to make moves upstairs, downstairs. I believe we gotta come up. Alright, we're good. We have very heroic music, I must say, for what we're doing. Go.
Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Hang in there.
Yeah, because he used his tail, you gotta be up on the top tier or else you're gonna get blown out. So yeah, remember this mech from the first run of the Stormblood raid? Well, they brought it back here too.
Never thought I'd see a god that'd give Promathia a run for his money.
Yeah, light resistance is reduced, so I gotta fall down.
Resurrection. Though I suppose you would have no way of knowing.
Yeah, well, neither did I. Okay, we're good where we are. Probably wasn't necessary to do this.
Shinryu
I have
has
to turn my
already
back
brought ruin
here.
to one world.
Yeah,
We
there's
cannot
also a
let it come to
mystery
another.
version. As
Not
if
a
things weren't
chance.
complex enough.
Let's kick this thing's scaly ass.
Yeah, stay up top to avoid the tail.
the hell was that?
Yeah. Are you ready for an unexpected phase 2?
Has Serelja finally prepared the vessel for his king?
Yeah, remember the Dawn Servant? Or Serelja's manifestation of him? Gets devoured by Shinryu. Are you ready to see what's next? Because I can guarantee you Hound won't.
You have done well, Serelja.
It's as you see it.
It is mine to conquer, mine to rule forevermore.
The Dawn Servant as Shinryu, now known as the Hollow King.
Become my blade and consign my foes to ash.
Well, let's make sure that never happens.
Everyone, with me!
Yeah, where are you all stalled? Well, I can tell you what we have to do. We got to prepare to unite for this mech where a lot of stuff is going to drop all at once. Yeah, we got to really make sure that we help out whenever it needs to be done. We can't leave anything to chance on this fight. Yeah, some are taking it harder than others.
Insolence! You dare defy me!
You're damn right I do. I wouldn't want it any other way. And apparently that's how his name is
Don't
pronounced.
you worry about me, Christian. I'll see this adventure to its conclusion.
Guess he really must have taken a hit there. Yeah, so I guess we've upgraded from Hollow Knight, and now we have the Hollow King. So I guess the next question that will be followed would be, where's Hornet? And when do we get Silk Song?
My word is absolute!
One's running this way, because it's a staggered AoE. But it's the mystery one. We can do whatever we want. Even though that does mean I get blasted in the face.
Someone's down. Can anyone revive them?
Alright, now we got this to worry about. Oh, run, run, run. Gotta wait for it to go through. Then... oh, get over here. And now a cosmic flame is on the way. Everyone's spreading out for it. Let it all fly. Be followed by the atomic ray. Ah! That was very close to hitting me, but yeah. This thing moves at will. You never know when it's gonna stop. What's the mechanic? Turn your back. Oh wow, I almost stepped into his spray. Yeah. If we are good to go, we will go. Let the triple fly.
A truly mighty blow. The adventurers of your world are extraordinary indeed.
That's an understatement, Al-Shal. Now that I know how your name is correctly pronounced. Yeah, now it's a unifying force. No one's holding back now. But still gotta be careful to not get blown out here at the end.
The king's judgment.
Oh, you call that judgment? I'll show you judgment. Yeah, here's my judgment for you, sir. Your facade is gone. And thus the fusion of the Dawn Servant and Shinryu is vanquished. And yet somehow you're still here. And we just take victory in silence. But we've done it. All the 324 Alliance member raids in Dawntrail are done. And here's the big shocker. I didn't die once. That's probably the biggest shocker. I did practice with Rika beforehand, but I never would have expected to, after having suffered through all the troubles with the first 2 Alliance raids here in Dawntrail, I never would have expected to get a deathless run. That blows my mind that I just pulled that off. Wow. Miracles do come true, ladies and gentlemen. Elizabeth, welcome to the stream! Glad to have you with us! Glad you showed up for the main event! Glad you can make it! Oh, long time no see! And thus, yeah, let's stand alongside Preachy and Ashal and just stare at what's left of the vanquished facade of a Dawn Servant Galul Jar Jar. Amidst all this, that is insane that we got a deathless run on the final raid. But yeah, take this all in and just enjoy it. This was worth it to get to the end. And so now, let us be on our way, and for the first time for myself, see what comes next. And so, after our victory, you weren't supposed to be here.
What? And miss out on all the fun? My gut told me something was wrong, so I leapt through the portal. Next thing I knew, I found you on the ground and a giant dragon looming over our heads. I know I'm pushing my luck, but I'm glad I was able to help.
Yeah, I know you've been advancing your career there, Elizabeth, and I'm proud of you that you're doing that. You should be how's that been coming along for you, if I may ask? Indeed you did. In fact, I dare say your presence is what turned the tide in our favor. And so now... yeah, look who's here to see that the fruits of his labor have gone up in smoke.
My king! No! How could this happen? You had the perfect vessel! The power of a god at your command!
It was perfect. Then why do corpses not lay at my feet? I need a new vessel. A stronger vessel. What else is left, though?
Shinryu only came to be when Promothia, the Twilight God, sought ever greater power. It slew their world's greatest champion and brought ruin to the world. To find a stronger vessel will be no easy feat. What the hell are you talking about? Promothia didn't slay anyone. Quite the opposite, in fact. I was there.
And so were you? Your victory over Promothia alongside your adventurer companion was but one of countless possibilities.
Like Shinryu and the death of Vanadiel's twin. How can you be so certain?
You witnessed it yourself, right? The battle against Shinryu. Seeing you there at all came back to me. It's all coming back to me now. Both memories of a world where heroes prevailed over Promothia, and another where you alone survived an encounter with Shinryu. Preposterous, I know, yet now it all makes sense. I fondly remember who I am, what I am. The memories that echo within that rift between worlds, from past and future alike, from adventures of our world and those not our own, somehow intertwined and coalesced into the man who stands before you. Meaning you share the memories of my friend too? Well, that explains how you remember so much about me. We are not to be ignored! Srilja, quickly! I need healing before it's too late! I need more! Yeah, before you fade away. Sorry, dude, you couldn't be saved. And in the meantime, this place, it's vanishing! And what's left when the light goes out? Well, we're back in Juno somehow. Yep, it looks like we're back in Juno. No. Yes. It can't end like this. I won't let it. I need only return to the Walk of Echoes to find another world. Another champion worthy of my cause. Where do you think you're going? Yeah. Get back over here so I can run my spear through you. Ah! It's like, damn it. He's faster than we are. But now... Oh, hi, Shotoro. You were unexpected. But I guess because we knocked her back to her senses, it's all good now. So, with this initial quest of this final leg now complete, let's go ahead and speak with Oxal to complete the quest. Srilja may have gotten away, but he has clearly grown desperate. Best we hurry back to Bakul Jar Jar and consider how best to track the fiend down before he has time to recover. Indeed. And so, after handing Srilja and his manifestation of the Dawn Servant a big slice of humble pie, if not the whole damn thing, we'll go ahead and take 6,000 gil for a shockingly deathless run. The memories sleeping in Juno stir. Perhaps the human adventurer has new knowledge to share with you. Indeed he will, but we'll get to that in a moment. Oh, you're still in the midst of renovations there, Elizabeth? Yeah, I can relate because my mom and her husband have been renovating their house now for over a year in order to try and sell it. But I can imagine you're not in a hurry to sell your place, right? Alright, so before we speak with Ulshal again, let's go ahead, because we were told that the human adventurer has new information for us. And since we don't need any battling anymore, let's go back to casual attire. Hello there, sir. Ah, there you are. If you've any burning questions about this place or anything else in Vanadiel, I should be happy to answer them. So, we got everything learned about these four, and now these four will be concluding our information that we get from you. So, let's learn about the face of Final Fantasy XI, Shantoto. and why we're not getting her crossover next week. Of course I know Shantoto. She's the former Minister of the Oristary and the head of the Parliament of Patriarchs. After a string of resounding victories in the Crystal War, she returned home a hero. To this day, she is regarded as one of the greatest black mages to ever live. Yet even with all her accolades and achievements, it's all but impossible to look past her arrogance and short temper. Superiors, subordinates, acquaintances both old and new, all are subject to her threats and insults, which she delivers with very much a lot of dry wit. Myself included. Even now, the memory of being made her unwitting accomplice after a curse gone wrong still haunts me. Yeah, she even has an army of them. As though she alone wasn't terrifying enough, rumor is that she's created a veritable army of magic dolls in her likeness, each able to wield magics as powerful as the wizard herself. No one knows why she would do such a thing, but it wouldn't surprise me if she was secretly plotting to build her own empire. There's a reason that they call her the Demon of the Federation after all. Fortunately for us, we are her allies rather than enemies. For now at least. Yeah, and then shocked look on his face. If you should chance to meet her, she cannot know you heard any of this, understand? Certainly not for me. Even if I am only an echo, I've grown rather fond of living. Alright, now let's move on to learn about the Final Fantasy XI version of Alexander. Alexander, the light divinity? Yes, I know of him. As his name suggests, Alexander is revered for his ability to manipulate light, creating the perfect defense against any attack. That light can also be wielded as a terrible weapon, smiting his foes with divine judgment. Also, they say, I had a hand in helping an adventurer who sought an audience with the Colossus, but I know not what they found in the ruins where he is said to slumber. And so, if you ever find yourself in Art Ergon, perhaps you can find out the truth for yourself. A good place to start would be joining Salahim's Sentinels. They're well connected and always looking for capable mercenaries. You should know, though, their president is something of a tyrant, and the pay can be less than desirable at times. Should you choose to join them, I can't be held responsible for what happens. No, I guess not. And so now, let's go ahead and learn about Promathia. Yeah, the Final Fantasy XI equivalent of Hydaelyn. The Twilight God. I know the legends, yes. It is said that after Altana created the 5 races, Promathia cursed each with a negative trait. What's more, he birthed the Beastmen in the hopes that they might one day destroy Altana's creations, the darkness to Altana's lights. Oh no, this is the Zodiac equivalent. Yeah, Altana is the Hydaelyn. Yeah, the way that they were initially setting the fight up, when we did it initially, I was thinking, oh, that Promathia is the Hydaelyn, but no. Turns out he is the Zodiac. I did once hear a very different interpretation of their relationship and how Promathia may have actually had a hand in man's creation. They went on to talk about how the chains that bind Promathia bind us all, and something about a struggle to break free. I never did figure out what they meant. I can only imagine what long and arduous journey they endured to ascertain the truth. Even if they tried to explain, something tells me I'd fail to comprehend it. Which is why I decided to set out on a journey of my own to explore the unknown. Maybe I'll discover the truth of the world for myself. Yeah, maybe I'll be lucky enough to accomplish something wonderful. And if the fates are kind, I'll cross paths with that adventure again someday. I'd fancy an adventure with you as well, should the opportunity arise. Well, if they ever bring back the Shatoto crossover, that would be great. And last but not least, let's learn about the Final Fantasy XI version of Shinryu. there he is. Much more imposing than Xenos' version in Stormblood. Not many people know this, but the cavernous maws dotting the lands of Vanadiel are actually gateways. They lead to another Vanadiel. A native of that place brought a number of us adventurers there in the hopes of saving his home. Its skies were stained red, its lands mired in shadow. He called it Abyssia. There were strange and horrible monsters unlike anything in our world. The most terrible among them was a dragon whose power rivaled the gods. Shinryu. We eventually managed to overcome the feat with the aid of a special primeval brew that granted us preternatural strength. And then there was 2.0. And you're saying this Surreal Jar was able to fuse Shinryu together with Galul Jar Jar? Believe it or not. I struggle to imagine the horrors such a king would inflict upon the world. Same. Had his plan succeeded, it would have spelled the end of everything as we know it. But thankfully it never came to pass. I certainly hope you apprehend him soon, before he finds some other means to abuse the memories of Vanadiel. A pity we must always be reminded of the world's evils when there's so much good in it. But with adventurers like you to help defend that good, I know we'll be alright. Thank you, sir. So, very much appreciating what the human adventurer provided for us during our time here. So, let's head on over and speak with Alshal again. And we'll advance the story because we have a Surreal Jar on the loose. Let's go and speak with Alshal to take on our next quest entitled Distant Promises. Alshal is eager to pursue Surreal Jar. Let us return to Mamuk for now. Perhaps someone in the Lance Guard spied Surreal Jar as he fled. So away they go. Also, that is a very beautiful take on White Mage, I must say. If that's what that is. Alright, let's head on back to Mamuk. Oh, and then switches to Dragoon! Wow, as if they knew I was here. Off we go. So on the edge of town, here's the messenger. Glad to see you returned in one piece, Mathia. We heard from Alshal, so Surrealja's schemes beyond the rift have been thwarted then? They have. That as well. We've routed the last of the echoes on this side of things, thanks in large part to a cool Jar Jar. However, we've recently lost contact with one of our scouts shortly after they reported sighting Surreal Jar somewhere near Gokdrok Descent. But cool Jar Jar is heading there now, but it will put our minds at ease if you were to accompany them. Sure thing. Of course! It sounds as if he's not far from the portal to Juno. We should hurry. Yeah, we may need battle attire just in case things do go awry, so let's go ahead and make use of it again. As we wind through the luminous forests of Mamuk. So, how far do we have to travel this? We didn't have to go far. Oh. Yeah, the descent as in the path that leads to the Skydeep Cenote. Oh, what's he up to here? So yeah, I knew that name sounded familiar. But I was thinking it was going to be more like near the edge of one of these cliffs. Turns out he has something far sinister in mind. So as we arrive at the entrance, Surrealja, he took us unawares. We tried to stand our ground, but he forced his way into the Skydeep Cenote. But Cool Jar Jar arrived but moments ago and immediately set off in pursuit after taking our report.
I hope he can handle that slippery snake. If anyone we find, it's him. That said, Civiljar is not to give up without a fight. We haven't a moment to lose. Indeed. Oh, he's going back to the entrance to the Golden City. Yeah, he wants to get into living memory. Perhaps I should make for the Mist Continent. No, it would be all too easy for them to chuck me there. Yeah, I don't know what he's planning, but yeah, he's summoning another portal right in front of living memory for some reason. I have no choice but to return to the rifts. Yeah, meanwhile... yeah, someone's already done the dirty work for us. It's over, Civiljar. By the authority of the Landsguard, I'm taking you into custody. Already they're upon me, if I must set aside my pride if only for a moment. He's taking a knee? I beg you, wait, my king. King? Yeah, your king? If truly Yolal is to return to its former glory, the Mamuljar require a worthy leader to unite them. And there remain none more worthy than you, the elevated chosen. Yeah, swap out one two-head for another. Another blessed sibling. Indeed, I have no doubt about your father too. Longs to see you take your rightful place upon the throne. So come, Bakul Jar Jar. Come with me to... So you would tempt the lapdog not with a bone but with a crown. I didn't expect your bravado to give way so easily, Civiljar. You won't be going for long. What do you mean? Yeah, and as we show up... Ah, what fortuitous timing, you three. Please, were you not convinced our dear Bakul Jar Jar here to stay his blade? After everything you've done to sully the memories of our home for your twisted ends, you expect us to help you? I wish to make amends. Yes, amends for my transgressions. You are cursed as a child to never age, is that not so? Being made from memories as you are will be a simple matter to restore the flow of time to you. Yeah, she's not falling for it. I'm fine, just the way I am, thank you very much. And since you admit that you've done wrong, we should discuss punishments. Maybe a knuckle sandwich or two? Yeah, want to know how it tastes? I can return you to your home, to Vanadiel, to perish in a world where one bears no ties is ill-befitting of adventurers of your caliber, would you not agree? Let me send you back to where you belong. There's no denying I long to see our home, but I also long to see our friend here bring you to justice. Without me, you'll be stranded. You would really forsake your only means of returning home for this brute you've but recently met? It matters not when we met, nor whether he means to repay any kindness shown him. He's our friend. We don't need any more reason than that. He's like, really? This is how we're going? Fools, all of you! Such childish naivety is why you could never be king! And why you will inevitably play into the hands of Alexandria's queen. Trust is how you find yourself a tool, used and cast aside like so much rubbish. But I will be a tool no longer! If you were throwing your lot with the other refuse, then it would be my pleasure to mark this your grave! You will die here, mourning the world you will never set eyes upon again!
Yeah, and how are you gonna stop us? Yeah, because Oxal's wanted to do his part. And then Preachy shows her martial prowess, as in her martial arts prowess. Yeah, that was a shock to your system. Don't make me run you through. You have strength enough to stand on your own. So why? Yeah, sometimes strength alone isn't enough. It's more fun this way, which is shocking. Or what good is joy without those to share it with? Well, given that I have you guys joining me this evening for tonight's stream, and that you're really making a wonderful experience out of this, I concur. I can think of few pleasures in life greater than shared victory after a grueling trial against powerful foes. A joy shared is a joy doubled, as they say. I will never understand such folly. Yeah, you never will. Live long enough and maybe you'll find someone to thaw that icy heart of yours. After you return for your crimes, of course. So yeah, the jig is up, Ugly. Thank you, but what will you do now? What? You mean about us getting home? It's fine, really. This place has kind of grown on me. Yeah, and that smirk says it all. Oh, my dear Preachy, is remaining in this world truly your wish? Oh, is it really? Yep, it's Shantoto. Shantoto? But how? Yeah, and of course, as a Lalafell, or the Final Fantasy XI equivalent of it, she pales in comparison in size to the rest of us, but we know that that is more than compensated by her magical prowess. Might we save the pleasantries for a more tranquil space? I've grown tired of the unsightly decor in this place. You'll get no complaints from me. I mean, we could take you across the gate and into living memory and have you give you a good time. I take it you're an ally then. Very well, let us return to Mamook. So he never gets through the Golden City again. So once we emerge, let's speak with Shantoto now. And quickly go back to cutscene. These Marmorjar have shown me no hostility. How novel. Beastmen versed in civility. Maybe they don't recognize you or haven't spotted you yet? But where's the one who escorted us here? Is it rare for their two-headed ilk to appear? As the head of their guard, he has simply gone to apprise them of what took place in the Sky Deep Cenote. More importantly, Shantoto, might I ask... Silence! I hear the deafening screech of the wheels in your mind turning, but fret not, you shall have the explanation for which you are clearly yearning. Yeah, never was one to hold back from those rhyming couplets, huh? To begin, as I'm sure you already know, I hail from Vanadiel, the one and only Shantoto. And it was you two who bested this magic doll. A rather amusing and unexpected sight to see myself fall. I thought it peculiar that an echo would pit a decoy against us. Echo! An interesting name for the creatures we felled, much like you, born from memories of our home as well. And so, a truth with anyone with eyes can plainly see. Well made, like my dolls, but no true article like me. So it really is you, Dox! Dox? Or rather, a doll created by the real you who now speaks through you?
This is all a little confusing. Docs?
Is that a nickname? Is she actually a doctor?
Even here, I'm glad to see you the same as ever, my dear. My cross-rift research was proceeding apace when I sensed a disturbance in that interplanar space. I was being watched. The nerve, the gall. To hand his curiosity, I sent this magic doll. To find both Juno and Windus here was quite the surprise. Not one, but two faithful replicas. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Not to mention Saint Doria, too.
There was also a half-made Bastock, shoddy work at best. The echo of a certain engineer could have built it with zest.
Would that be Sid?
His absence meant that there was no guilt in laying the city to rest.
And soon after we found you, beset upon by more of those strange creatures. Not that they would prove more than a mere trifle for you, of course.
In that first instant we met, I knew right away you posed me no threats. And yet, the thrill of a good fight fills me with such delight. I can hardly resist trying to set you both alight.
Yeah, you're not getting any laughs out of us. As you might have guessed, Shantoto is wont to get a little carried away when the moon strikes her. In any case, you'll be happy to know that Swilja, the thief responsible for preying on the memories of Benadiel, has been apprehended. You needn't worry about any more prying eyes in the midst of your work.
If the trouble is past, then my work here is through. This soul would return home, but what of you two? Both your living cores appear compromised, so it's hard to say how much longer you'll survive.
Yeah, what do we do? Yeah, both of them, I guess, now. Will they be content with their fate? 'Twould seem our battle with Shinryu took a heavy toll. So where does that put us?
If you wish to come along, you need only ask. Ensuring your safe passage is a simple enough task.
Well, that's all it takes.
The offer's appreciated, but I think I'd rather stay. There's still a lot of adventuring I've left to do with Mathia.
I would stay as well. I'll not deny it is a choice made with some reluctance, but if my time is short, I would spend it here, on an adventure with my friends. So yeah, looks like we've gained more allies. If you don't mind waiting, our adventure doesn't have to be here, or I'd rather you show me around Vanadiel. Well, I mean, Final Fantasy XI is still active. Who's to say that we couldn't go and do that ourselves? But, for now... You mean to find a way to Vanadiel?
That's a wonderful thought, but how in the world do you plan to make it over there?
I can just buy the game. I have my methods.
I suppose I shouldn't put it past you to find a way.
Then it's settled. We'll save our adventuring for Nadiel. With any luck, you'll have found a solution to our electro predicament by the time we arrive.
But before we go, could we see maybe just a little more of Tuliolol?
Certainly.
It's only right we say our goodbyes, and I've still plenty left to pester you about besides.
Of course. Meanwhile... Did I hear that right? You're looking to take a trip around Tuliolol? In that case, there's at least one place I'd like to take you along the way. Yeah, I wonder where that could be.
Nothing the contrast of Vanadiel has been a real treat, so I'm coming along too, and that's my sweets.
I'm starting to lose my voice here. Just as well. Something tells me I would regret leaving you to your own devices. And thus it's decided. I suppose the dirigible landing is as good a place as any to start. When you're ready, we'll meet you there. You got it. So, well, head on back over to Tuliolol, but I need to get myself something to drink first, or get myself another cough drop. So yeah, back to Tuliolol. Alright, I'm back with my drinks. I got myself some homemade tea. Just doing a bunch of various varieties of tea into a big jug, filled it up with water, let it steep for a while, and then on top of that added some maple syrup instead of sugar. So since we don't need to be in Ballantyre anymore, we can go ahead and reunite with everyone over at the balloon landing. So closest place to that appears to be over at the... Yeah, there's still the airship landing to get to... Yeah, dirigible landing. Yeah, here's everyone. I hope you haven't been waiting too long. Well, no. Before I tend to my own business, though, I'm sure there are a few places in particular I'd like to visit before returning home. While you see to all shall appreciate, I will show Shatoto about the city. Once everyone is finished, we can reconvene at Chevalier of Tai. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, you take her with you. If I didn't know any better, I'd say Bakul Jar Jar is going to touch more hospitable since first we met. Shall we start by paying a visit to the Lance Guard?
They have been a pretty big help, haven't they? Alright, let's head to Bright Plume Post. Being our last time and all, I'd like to take in the sights a little along the way if it's all the same to you.
Certainly. So, let's go ahead and do it. So back to Bright Plume. Oh, there's also a quest bubble. Yeah, wasn't expecting this to be behind us. Let's ask Alshal. We'll talk to him about their memories of Jacques Tural. Before I forget, I meant to ask you about those talking catfish. Are they also considered one of the tribes of people here? Well, not in this part of the world. Whenever I see them, I instinctively wish to protect them and their adorable little faces. Were they not so violent, I'd be sorely tempted to take one back home with us. And Preachy?
The other day I was talking to someone in the outskirts who was torn about going home to Tuliolol, not being their 30-year time gap and everything. I know what it's like to lose time, which is why I told them that they should make that trip while they still can. Even if there's people they lost in that 30 years, there could still be people here waiting for them. I wonder if they're already here.
Indeed. So now we'll head on to the Landsguard's training grounds. And we'll reunite with the Landsguard messenger who sent us on our way this evening. Ah, welcome back. On behalf of the Landsguard, you have our sincerest thanks. As I'm sure you already know, Civiljaw is being held in one of our cells and awaits sentencing by the Wing of Reflection. Here's what I've never understood about all this. After Civiljaw cut Civiljaw down and knocked him into the abyss, how is he considered to be still alive? I always thought he would have been Electrope himself. Maybe there's something I forgot about in the lore that I wasn't paying attention to or just simply forgot. There was a time when his crimes against Thrall and the throne would have undoubtedly resulted in his death. That said, I believe redemption is not impossible, but Kulja Jaw has proven that. Though there is also the matter of lives lost at Civiljaw's hands. But these are matters you needn't concern yourself with any longer. I take it you'll soon be setting off somewhere?
We are, as it happens. Home. We thought it only right to come and say goodbye. Could you also pass along our thanks to Kikwazana?
Yes, of course. I have no doubt that he'll be sad to see you go as well as the rest of the Landsguard. May you both have a safe journey. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Messenger. If we have no other stops to make, then let us make for Jabal Tai. Alright. So that means we'll head on back to Bayside Bevy and we'll go from there. The only question will be top tier or bottom tier. I expect it'll be bottom tier, and I'm right. Here we are. Well, here we are, though I see no sign of a cool Jaw. Perhaps the tavern keeper's seen them? So upon our arrival... Hey there, Brooke, it's been a while. Calm with colorful company today, I see. Would it be just the three of you? Actually, we have more coming.
We're expecting 2 more, actually.
Speaking of which... Yeah, here they are.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Addressing all of our questions proved more time-consuming than I anticipated. And address them he did without a moment's hesitation. The marble jaw of this world have exceeded my, admittedly low, expectations.
Like, ah. Before you all leave, I wanted to treat you to one last round of tacos. Let's find a place to sit. The only thing that's missing here is Muklamat, because we remember back in the very beginning how you crushed her bag of them. And we never got to chow down. But, yeah, Prishi's on cloud 9.
Aren't you going to eat? I swear that tacos here at Tuliola will change your life. While the offer is appreciated, this stall only needs magics to be duly satiated.
Yeah, how about it, young lady? And once we've all chowed down ourselves and enjoyed the pina coladas...
Wow, these tacos are as amazing as Auntie T's.
If I might have your attention, everyone, today we will offer you all a special treat. A treat for the ears. Yeah, who will be joining us? Yeah, it's the young lady we saw back after Sandoria. A special performance by Scoria, the up-and-coming songstress hanging from Alexandria. Yeah, we heard that she ought to become a singer, so let's see what she can do. Take your time. You can do this. Who else was expecting lyrics? Hello there. Hey there, Jasper. My, what are the chances we would meet again here of all places? She's been practicing every day since she left, determined to realize her dream of becoming a songstress. Imagine our surprise when Brooke Avu approached us, asking if she could hold performances at his establishment. It seems like the crowd is really warming up to her. But she gets a standing ovation. And runs right to Preeshi.
Preeshi, so what did you think? I'm finally doing it, bridging the gap between Tuliyola and Alexandria through music. Absolutely incredible. I'm glad I got to hear you sing before I had to leave. Leave? Does this mean you're finally going back home?
Yep, it's that time. Yeah, sad face.
In that case, I'll just have to go and sing there someday. I'll be the best singer they've ever seen.
Will it be possible?
No doubt about that. Looking forward to it.
We made everyone's dreams come true tonight. And whoa, that's one long line of text, but for a good reason. Alright, let's go ahead and speak with Preeshi.
Mouth-watering tacos and unforgettable serenading from Skoya. What more could I possibly want?
Well, if we're able to pan the camera around, how about a sunset? That works too.
Time, I guess. But there's no point in trying to delay the inevitable. Alright, we're ready to go. Then let us make for Juneau with that delay. The connection home is strongest there and will help us on our way. Will you be seeing us off or are you planning to stay?
Accompany Preeshi and others to Juneau? Sure. And so, once we make it back, with Bakul Jaja in tow, let's speak with Shantoto.
If you have no further cause for delay, I shall plot a course for home and show you the way. Concentrate on home. Hold its picture in your mind. Reach out with all your heart and the path twixt worlds will answer in kind.
Yeah, let's do the fancy photograph montage like we got in Maiden's Rhapsody. Except hers was different, of course. Yeah, show us what you can do, Shantoto. And thus a new portal is open.
Well done, I'm impressed. Pupils worthy of merits, and that is no jest. I confess, your potential, you're not just all bluster. Certainly better than a certain total loser can muster.
Well, I appreciate it.
Alright then, until we meet again.
That only happens if the dev team at Square Enix actually decides to make that happen. Yeah, please give us the Shantoto crossover from 2013 again. Yeah, you're lighting up, which means you're running out of time.
I guess we may have overdone it a little with Shinryu. We've had a lot of fun times here, didn't we? And met so many interesting people. I'll treasure these memories of tour for all my days, however many that may be. And I expect to see you in Vanadiel someday, you hear? That big world of ours will always be waiting. Waiting for you.
Thanks there, Preachy. And to you too, Allshall. It's strange to think that I will soon live alongside those self-same adventurers whose memories created me. Stranger still that you too may someday cross paths with them. Should that day ever come, I hope you will afford them the same kindness you gave me. And invite them on an adventure to create new memories all their own. Thank you. I hate to interrupt, but I don't think it's wise to waste any more of the little time that they have left. Yeah. It's like, yeah, we're in the middle of a moment here. So he just turns his back. But should you come back for tacos sometime? We're comrades now after all. Indeed you are. And we've always been short on those, eh, brother? Take care, you two, and safe travels. And so, away they go. Take care, you two.
Until next time, Bakul Jar Jar, Mathia.
Yeah, still finding it hard to believe that I'm the first male Mithra you ever met. And away they go. And thus the portal has done its job. But we're not quite done yet. Let's speak with Bakul Jar Jar to continue. It suddenly seems so quiet now. Dry your tears, brother. You still have me. What? Tears? Out of the two of us, I'm the strong one. We should be heading back to Amuk. I'm sure Mother is curious to know about what has become of Arshal and Prishi. And is there where the journey will come to an end. Yeah, tucked away in a little quarter of Mamuk. If I can just remember how we get to where they are. Here we go. Yeah, back home with Mama Milala.
Ah, you've returned, Mathia. But where are Arshal and Prishi? Have they...
They have. Yes, Mother. They've returned home.
A bittersweet parting, I'm sure. Those you consider friend are few and far between.
I didn't say they were friends. They are comrades. Prishi, Arshal, and Mathia. Nothing anyone says will change that. And the mystic side is like, yeah, I'm smiling through this. Well, Milala. Oh, and Zerilja. Good to see you again, sir. It would be remiss of me not to offer thanks as well to you before you go. I shudder to think what would have happened not only to Mamuk but all of Tuliolal had you not come to our aid. Threatened by our own ritual magics, no less. Never could we have imagined them being combined with the Electrope to serve such nefarious ends, which is why their techniques for conjuring shades will henceforth be forbidden, never to be passed on to future generations. Better make sure to burn those books then. Yeah, make sure you do it. We may have walked a similar path if not for you and Wuklamat. We made many mistakes during the rite of succession, hurt many people. Despite what we've done, we were given a second chance, and so long as there are those who believe in us, we will keep trying to live up to their expectations. We've found the right path now, and won't stray from it again. We refuse to be a burden to our comrades. Bakul Jaja! Yeah, your little boy's going up before your very eyes, Daddy. It's not too late to find yours as well, Father. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that people need only the opportunity to change. Perhaps you're right, son. Perhaps you're right. Yeah, it's been a while since the big guy was essentially disowned, but it seems like they've finally made amends. You could say this is basically like the twins making amends with their father back in Endwalker. If you're ever in need of help again, don't hesitate to call on me. Your enemies will rue the day that they met Bakul Jaja. Perhaps violence shouldn't be our first solution. You could learn a thing or two from the Vow of Reason, brother. Do you suppose Prisha and Alshal made it home safely? I hope that they can come back and see us someday. Yeah. Perhaps I'll find a way to go and visit them first, or they will, I'm sure of it, yeah. Maybe the developers will give us a way to do so. Maybe that'll be what happens in 9.0. Of course, we know what's coming up in the next immediate expansion. But with that, the full saga of the Dawntrail Alliance raids with the Final Fantasy XI crossover comes to an end. So with it, we'll take 7,000 gil plus 4 songs. The 5th ode, Time for Prayer, Happily Ever After, ironically, One Last Time, and the main theme from Final Fantasy XI, as well as the Echoes of Vanadiel Framers Kit. And thus, this saga is over. The memories abiding within Juno stir once more. Perhaps the adventurers there have new knowledge to share with you. There are new adventurers? Oh, we're not done? No, we're not. Yeah, I guess we have to see Prisha and Alshal make it back home. Don't we? Thus, on the Heidelin plane of Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, they're using our plane to get back to their planet. Is this where Hear, Feel, Think comes in? Jeez, Shantota, you really got a stride there. But of course that is your doll, so... Oh, what's on your mind? Oh, yes, the portal is there. But you won't really need it anymore, will you? Something wrong? It's nothing. Just thinking on all we've been through. It was some adventure. It certainly was. the beginning of our journey, I had nothing. Yeah, you didn't even have a name there, Alshal. And Prisha was actually on the wrong side of things. No name, no memory of who I was, only a vague sense of duty to guide me. I'm still in street clothes. With each mountain we found our way forward, and eventually I would remember. Yeah, chow down there, Prishi. I remembered what it was I was fighting to protect. And along the way, something more valuable than any treasure. And there we all are. You fight it to protect as well, which is why I know we will meet again. Until that day, let us be off. Adventure calls. Indeed it does. So yeah, go off and be reunited with your Heidelin. And there they all are. We'll leave the light on. I'm Tom Bodette, and we'll leave the light on for you. And we also earn the achievement on the other side. And thus, that brings this journey to a close. But of course, there's one place this absolutely has to finish. Yeah, it may officially end in Mamuk, but we're ending it, of course, back in Bayside Bevy and back at Chevalier of Tai. Because we know what awaits us there. And now that evening has come, it's time for another happy hour cocktail. I will say this much, when the new expansion starts next year, it will be a tragedy to part with having the opportunity to come here at the start of every stream and chill out with a happy hour cocktail. But we know that there are more worlds to save, and we know that there are more people to help, so it has to be done. We can't always enjoy the little things every time. And so, that does it for this particular stream here in Final Fantasy XIV. We know that there's more patch 7.5 to come. And of course, the redux of the Final Fantasy XI crossover Maiden's Rhapsody is coming up again next week, so those who have never had the chance to do it will get the chance to do it again. But please give us the Shantono crossover from 2013 there, Square Enix. Please do it. I'd really love to see that. So as far as what's coming up next, I'm still in the process of getting the equipment that I need for doing some of the replays of the games that I played years ago on my PS3. So I still need to do that. And then I also was contemplating the possibility of getting a Game Boy emulator downloaded so that I could do a Let's Play of the original Pokemon Red and Blue. So I've also been considering that because it's Pokemon's 30th year and we're seeing a lot of things going on for Pokemon this year that are a really big deal. So it's inspiring me to want to possibly pick it up for myself. I may also see if I can get a one of my nephew's Switches, because they have 2 of them plus a Switch 2. So since they have 3 Switches essentially, I could ask if I could borrow one to see if there's a Game Boy emulator on a Switch and play Pokemon off of that. But I guess we'll find out what happens. So as far as streaming is concerned, I will be joining you guys back again on Twitch on Monday, and we will go back to Genshin Impact to try and get more stuff cleared off, because I know Luna really was pushing me for me to just get it during this current window, and I did get Lauma now into my roster, so we've been able to get that going. So I'll look forward to seeing you guys again next time, and thanks so much for joining us, especially you, Elizabeth. It's always great to see you again, and I always miss you so much. So great to see you again, and we'll look forward to seeing everyone back when I join you all on Twitch for more Genshin Impact on Monday. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail live. So, thanks everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.